Back at the conversation now. Earlier this year, the devastating fires that rolled through Altadena, Pacific Palisades, Malibu, leveling 18,000 buildings in coastal California in those firestorms. And California made a lot of promises. Oh, we're going to get rebuilt. We're going to get things put back together. We're going to make it right. My next guest at the time says he didn't believe any of it. He didn't believe any of it. And I just saw a tweet from him on X. It's official. It's a California land grab. Joining me is Grant Cardone, fund manager, CEO of Cardone Capital and Cardone Training Technologies, and a guy whose house was the last one standing on the beach in Malibu. Grant, welcome back to the program.
Steve, great to have you, man. I can't. I'm sitting here smiling because I'm with you today, but I'm sitting here also in horror, knowing my prophecy that this was a land grab.
Yeah.
That I stated in January. That is actually coming true.
Well, we talked about it at length because 18,000 structures lost, most of them houses. In places like Altadena, these are historic family homes. There's no way these people can afford to rebuild. In California, and the developers, some of them just licking their chops going, we can take this land away from them. We can do all sorts of things here. We're basically, let's just call it for what it is. They're screwing people, Grant. That's what it looks like. So tell me about this deal. You said they're going to have to raise the structure. I don't understand this. So it was a fire. But if you spend more than half of the value of your house to rehabilitate it from the fire, if you can, then you have to raise the grade. Am I reading this right? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, so FEMA came out. There's all these new acts coming out. First of all, Karen, what's her name? Karen Bass. Karen Bass. I'm going to say Karen Ass. Karen, okay. Karen said, told Donald Trump, President Trump, hey, we're going to expedite. We're going to provide permits. You're going to be able to build your structure back, fast track your structure back, plus 10%. The Coastal Commission is going to bless the property. We're going to move at light speed.
Yeah.
None of that is happening. None of that is happening. Nothing's been rebuilt. We found out yesterday that if I spend more than 50% of the cost of my structure to rehabilitate it, let's say the structure is worth $5 million. If I spend $2.5 million and $1, I will be forced to raise my entire structure up somewhere between 18 and 36 inches to fit FEMA's new elevation levels.
So
elevation.
Let me just
say this, because elevation has something to do with water, nothing to do with fire.
As long as I'm a little obtuse here, and maybe I'm a little slow. These were wildfires that went out of control where they didn't supply enough water into the system because the reservoirs were dry, and now they want you to raise the height of your house for floods, for hurricanes. I don't understand any of this, and I don't even live there.
Dude, this is a land grab, bro. This is the most sophisticated land grab in the history of planet Earth, maybe next to Ukraine, which was also a land grab. Maui, a land grab. The Carolinas, a land grab. President Trump was on TV yesterday saying what has happened in Los Angeles is ridiculous. He was talking about cleaning up D.C. He's like, when I'm done here, I'm going to L.A. Because what's happening in L.A. is Altadena, which is middle-class people.
Yeah,
okay?
It was.
Finally having a chance at the American dream, home ownership. It's the Pacific Palisades, upper middle-class people, and also now Malibu, which is, super wealthy people. Nobody's feeling sorry for me or them. But you're talking about somewhere between 18,000 and 54,000 structures and their land. They're going to make it impossible for people to rebuild there.
What are they going to do with it?
They're going to claim this land and they're going to control it. They're pushing out. For the last 12 years, there's been a organized effort at pushing out the most qualified people in California and their businesses, including Elon Musk, Chevron, Tesla, SpaceX, all these major companies, including myself, have been pushed out of California because it's unaffordable. They then allowed a bunch of illegal immigrants to come into the state that have no place to live.
Right.
They are now destroying homeowners' rights and making it impossible for people to rebuild their homes there, either because it costs too much or it takes too long.
You know what's remarkable? You mentioned Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. She's one to spend millions of dollars for illegal aliens that you mentioned. Tent cities that have taken over city parks and so forth. Where does somebody go in Los Angeles if they want to take the kids to the park? Grant, where do they go? Honestly.
Well, you can't go to the CVS anymore because it's dangerous.
Yeah, and it got burned down.
Santa Monica's losing all their retail. This is crazy. It's San Francisco, some of the greatest real estate in the world. Some of the greatest locations has been shut down because nobody feels safe going into those environments, and the retail stores can't even stay there because of the crime.
They become ghost towns, haven't they? These areas you're talking about. I mean, San Francisco, I remember when I was a kid, you'd be homesick from school, right? You watch The Price is Right. We got an all-expense-paid trip to San Francisco, California. I'm sorry, they're not offering that anymore because it's not any place anybody wants to be. It's just the truth, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is gonna cause further economic problems in California with unemployment. You know, you have some of the highest unemployment in the country in California. Had they expedited my home and said, Mr. Cardone's home is fine, expedite it, let him clean it up. I'm not depending on state money to do this. One, I'd be putting people back to work, carpenters, cabinetry people, floor people, bringing them back in to do work. Instead, guess what? I'm on stall. I have to wait. I can't give jobs out. And I'm going to get penalized if I spend $1 too much, I'm going to be penalized and have to wait 4 or 5 years and then have to spend 40 or $50 million rather than a few million to fix my home. Inflation. Right. Fabricated inflation.
California is an absolute disaster. I don't see how Gavin Newsom thinks he's the right guy to run for anything except the door. We talked last time you were here real quick because I want to get something else real quick. Still entertaining the idea of running for governor in California? Does it cross your mind? Do you think about it?
Dude, the only thing I'm thinking about now is how to run out of that state, not run for the state. I don't think the people are ready. Look, if the people aren't ready, they're not ready. And I've always said this. If I believe the people in the state of California were ready to literally stand up and give up this diehard, I'm a Democrat, okay? Because the Democratic Party is dead. The Democratic Party is completely dead. Elon, I think, should bring back the Democratic Party, give up this idea of the third party, and let's get back to the old Democratic Party that was for the middle class, for home ownership, for jobs, for working class people, that defended that class that I grew up in.
Yeah, for the folks. Look out for the folks. You know, by the way, folks, I got to know Grant because my wife, Ivy, said, read this book. It's changed my life. It really has. It's made me a better business person. And so maybe you know Grant for that.
She wanted you to be a 10X husband. That's what she wanted.
She did, and it worked. It's every day. It works. I got a special gift for everybody here today. Grant will give you a free strategy call right now. He's talking about California. That's important stuff. But if you're a business owner, you want a chance to do something cool with your life, you got a free call right now. Strategy call with Grant Cardone and his people. There it is. Go to Gruber10x.com and you're on your way. And I really appreciate it, Grant. What you're talking about are serious things. You do serious things with business people. You help them out. Everything you do, I appreciate, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Always good to be with you, Steve. Tell your wife hello.
All right, there you have it. Grant Cardone, everybody, trying to navigate California. Not easy. You can navigate business at Gruber10x.com as well. Free strategy session right now. I'll be right back.